Hello, everyone. This is Dave from Dave's Recent Things. All right, are you ready? Are you sitting down? Are you excited? Are you excited just as much as I am excited? Why? Because today is day number 1 of our Wreathmas Week special. What is that? That is 7 days, 7 wreaths all in a row, 7 episodes of Christmas wreaths, plus one bonus episode right at the very end. So that gives us a total of 8 episodes consecutively Wreathmas Week. Are you ready? I know I am. Why don't I just get started and I'll show you what I made. I am using a 14-inch wired wreath frame today for our wreath, along with this double-sided ribbon. So I have one side green, one side red. It's 1.5 inches. And of course, these beaded necklaces, they're just located in the party section. We're going to use those today, along with my regular crafting tools like my ruler, glue gun, and scissors. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the green side facing inward and the red side facing out. So I want to see the red, and I'm going to use a little hot glue just to fold it over, and then I'm just going to wrap that ribbon all the way around. So the ribbon is going to be visible. I am going to take my time placing it, using my left hand to hold it and my right hand just to wrap that around all the way around that wreath. And once I come right to the very end, I'm just going to cut off with a little extra there, and then I'm going to take that hot glue gun, place that down onto the ribbon, and then I'm just going to fold that ribbon back onto itself using my handy dandy little tool here. And once it's dry, look at the shine of that ribbon with just that little hint of green every now and then. I just love it. And to prep our beads, I'm just going to cut off the little plastic part there. I'm just using a pair of scissors to cut it off, and now we have one full length of beads. And of course, I do that for all of my beaded necklaces. In total, I used 2 packs for this project. Once I have my beads all cut and prepped, ready to go, I'm just going to put down a little line of hot glue, add those beads right in the hot glue, hold it there just for a little bit, and then once it's secure, I'm going to just start wrapping those beads right around. I'm not putting them right side by side. I'm leaving a little space in between them. And then after I finish wrapping them around, I'm going to add some hot glue down. I'm going to cut a little of that end off just so I can add the next bead on there. And then I'm just going to add some glue and add the next round. Once that's all dry, I'm just going to wrap it around, continually just wrapping it. Every now and then I add a little bit of hot glue so they don't move around, but I first want to make sure they're nice and spaced out before I glue it all down. And again, I repeat that same pattern using all of my beads, wrapping it all the way around my entire wreath, just adding a little hot glue and then more hot glue. Don't we just love hot glue? It is the best. I love it. It burns if you get it on your finger because, well, you know, it's hot. But I love the hot glue. So I just keep wrapping those beads all the way around using the same method, same process. And once I come to the very end, I cut off that excess, add a little hot glue down, and then I secure it on there. And I just wait till it dries, and once it's dry, we flip it over, and look how beautiful this looks. I am in love with this ribbon, that satin ribbon, just sparkles, and of course, those beads on there, adding a little bit more texture, more sparkle, and who doesn't want more sparkle on their wreath, right? Now it's time to make our bow. For this bow, I'm actually going to be cutting different lengths. So right here, I am cutting I'm cutting 3 20-inch lengths, and then I'm going to come in and I'm going to cut at the 6-inch mark. So I'm only going to be cutting one of those. And then I'm going to come in and cut at the 16-inch mark, and I'm going to be cutting 2 of those. I also cut 3 pieces at 18 inches. So our total lengths today for this bow, there's 3 pieces at 20 inches, 3 pieces at 18 inches, 2 pieces at 16 inches, and 1 piece at 6 inches. I'm going to take the 3 pieces at 18 inches away because I'm going to use those for my tails. And then I'm going to bring my little handy dandy stapler on here, and I'm going to fold over that ribbon into a little ring shape, and then I'm just going to staple those 2 ends of the ribbon together, creating our little ring or our little loop. Now I'm going to do that for all of these pieces here, except for the 3 pieces at 18 inches that I put to the side. And once I'm done that, I finally finished almost. I just have this one little one to go. I'm going to start creating my bow. All I do is I lay that 20-inch one down, and then the other one right on top on a little bit of an angle. So this is the 220 inches, and then I'm going to grab the other 20-inch. So we have 1 in the center and 2 on the angle. And then we're going to add 2 more 16 inches just to fill in that bow a little bit. So I'm just kind of placing everything right now. And once it's all placed on there and I'm happy with that placement, I'm going to add that little one right in the center there. I'm going to grab a cable tie and feed it through the center. That's the last one we put on and the smallest loop we put on. And then I'm just going to flip it over. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to squish in the center just a little bit. And with my cable tie, I'm not going to pull it tight because we're going to feed the tails through that. So 1 or 2 clicks is good enough. And then I just kind of space it out a little bit. And then I'm going to put that off to the side. And then to finish off my tails, I'm going to just dovetail the ends. And all you do is just fold it in half, cut it on an angle, and you can see the little finishing touch there on that ribbon. Of course, I've been told these are called swallowtails. I didn't know that. I've always called them dovetails. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you call them dovetails or swallowtails? At this point, I'm just going to fold it in half, find my center, then I'm going to fold and squish those little ribbons, feed it through, and I'm going to make sure it's facing the right way because I want the green facing out. And then now is when I'm going to come in and I'm going to really pull that cable tie nice and tight to keep everything in place. Now we can flip it over, and my favorite part, you all know I love fluffing these bows. It is an OCD thing with me, I guess. I don't know, but I just love it. But our bow is all ready for our wreath. And to attach it on there, I'm just going to feed a full-length pipe cleaner right through that middle loop. And then I'm just going to flip over our bow and give it a couple of good twists so it's nice and secure. And this is how we're going to secure it to our wreath. We're not going to cut the lengths of the pipe cleaner until we attach it to our wreath. And speaking of our wreath, we're going to bring it right back, and I'm going to decide where I want to attach my bow. And then I'm just going to take those 2 ends of the stems of the pipe cleaner and wrap that around the entire wreath frame, really securing that in there, making sure that bow isn't going to go anywhere. Once that's done, I'm just going to chop off the excess of that pipe cleaner, and I'm going to fold it down, flip it over, and there we go. Guess what? More bow fluffing. I'm in my glory. I'm happy about doing this, but I'm even more happier with how this bow turned out. For our final touch and to hang our wreath, I'm just going to take a little excess and chop off that ribbon that I just absolutely love. And I'm going to have the green side facing up again. And I'm going to create a little loop for us to hang our wreath. I'm just going to tie a knot right at the end. Once I got my knot on there, I am just going to cut off the excess. And then I'm going to turn it such that the knot is behind our wreath. And then you can hang that wreath up like this using a hook, using a nail, or a wreath hanger. Our final result here with that beautiful red satin ribbon with those bead necklaces found in the party section of the Dollar Tree and our beautiful green bow. I just love this ribbon. I can't believe I held on to it for so long. I'm so happy I used it. And now, of course, I want more. But here is our final result for our day number 1 episode number 1 of Wreathmas Week. Don't forget to check the playlist right down below for all the other videos coming soon. Thank you so much for joining me today on day number 1 of Wreathmas Week. I had a lot of fun and I hope you did as well. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye for now.